My daughter, Ari, was born on June 17th, 2014, and by all accounts, those first 6 weeks of her life, she was happy and healthy. One particularly bad night, she went limp in my husband's arms. I immediately rushed her into the ER, and the doctors surrounded her. We waited for hours and hours to find out what was going on. And I remember finally a doctor came out to speak to us. She saw our son Hugo for the first time, and she turned to another doctor and she said, well, at least they'll still have one child. And I thought, I didn't know if she was gonna make it. We went into a conference room and another doctor sat down with us, and he began drawing a picture of a heart, and he explained to us that Ari had been born with a critical congenital heart defect, and that the only thing that we could do was an emergency open heart surgery to save her. Pediatric heart surgery is the hardest thing that I can imagine a person doing. A surgeon doesn't know what he's going to see until he opens a child's chest, and every heart is different and every cardiopathy is different.
A pediatric cardiothoracic surgeon is under an awesome amount of pressure.
A baby's heart is the size of a walnut, and surgeons need to go in and move around structures that are as small and thin as a human hair, and they're doing that with their own two hands. And all of this is occurring against a ticking clock.
The surgeon is basically in a race to repair the heart and repair it well within a given time frame. Otherwise, there's going to be damage to the heart, to the brain, to the kidneys, to the other organs.
I began wondering whether there wasn't a better way.
Having something in your hand and being able to turn it any way you want, and to be able to cut it and open it up and see the inside, and to be able to physically hold it, to feel it, is something that can't be replicated on a computer.
I've worked in product development the past few years, and we use 3D printing for prototyping purposes. And I began to think about whether 3D printing would have any application here. I began talking to doctors, and in particular to Ari's surgeon, Dr. Garcia, about how his practice of medicine would be different if he could practice surgery on a model of a patient's heart before he entered the OR. He told me that a tool like that would be worth $1 million to him. And I began talking to other doctors to see if the reaction was similar, and it was.
To have one that you could actually open and look into and manipulate, that would be enormously attractive.
3D printing will give you the capability to develop treatments that were heretofore not available.
Every single surgeon that we've given these models to have said that they have altered what they've done during the surgery based on what they saw in these models.
If you've made the best possible planning, you will have the best possible outcomes.
This is going to limit the number of surprises that we have intraoperatively.
If the surgeon is well prepared for the surgery, then it's a better surgery. If it's a shorter surgery, then it's also a better
decision making is performed
But when you're looking at an MRI,
when you have this in your hand, you can figure it out much quicker.
Imagine if you could remove the ticking clock and a surgeon could practice surgery on a particular patient's heart before he ever opened her chest. They wouldn't feel the race against time because all the prep work would have been done in advance, and all they would have to do is execute the strategy that they had developed before they went into the operating room. That would be a game changer.
3D printing has advanced to the point where it has the potential to completely change the landscape of surgical planning. And the benefit of doing the study, the benefit of us making sure that this problem and this solution collide head on, is that more children get to live.
We've talked to doctors, and we know the technology is viable, but I can't do it alone anymore, and I've taken it as far as I can. So I need your help. I need a community support in order to take this to the next level. With Ariana, we were extremely lucky, and we landed on the doorstep of one of the best surgeons in the world, and thankfully because of him, she is going to have a happy, healthy life. But I know that not every family is going to be as lucky as we were, and not every surgeon is the best surgeon, and I want every child to have the best surgery that their surgeon can provide them. Surgeons want this technology. Parents and families need this technology, and with your help, we can give it to them. Thank you.